It is Monday, February 24th, and I call the meeting to order. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This evening, I would like to pull item 6E from the consent agenda, the ICS agreement. With that, I'm looking for a motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Francis.
Second.
Second by Burek. Any further discussion or questions? Okay, so with the removal of 6E, looking all in favor of approving the agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Seeing no visitors to be heard, we'll move along to our consent agenda. This evening on our consent agenda, we have January 27th, council workshop meeting minutes, January 27th, council business meeting minutes, February 10th, council workshop meeting minutes, and fire department service credit for 2024. Looking for a motion to move the consent agenda.
I so motion.
Moved by Arvizio,
Second.
second by DeLuca. Any discussion or questions from anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes opposed, same sign. The ayes have it, 5-0. Next item of business this evening is accounts payable, and I will turn that over to staff if there's any comments.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. City checks for the month of January come to $260,205.91. And our ACH payments, $20,465.33. And our street improvement project cost $474,127.90. So a grand total of $754,799.14. I will stand for any questions.
Any questions for staff regarding any of those checks and payments this evening?
I do have one question.
Councilmember Burek.
I just happened to see my name on there. I just want to make sure it's clarification on that.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Burek, yes, your name is on there. Beginning of 2024's payroll, we were taking your para contributions and your social security. When you get para as a council member, we don't take out social security, so that's reimbursing you that social security that we did take out.
Thank you for that clarification.
Any other questions for any staff regarding any of the three payments? Okay, with that, I am looking for a motion to approve the city check payment, the city ACH, and the 2024 street improvement payment.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Burek,
Second.
second by Francis. Any other discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approving accounts payable A, B, and C, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Next this evening, we have our staff reports. Those have been submitted by West Hennepin Public Safety, the city engineer, Public Works, city planner, administration, finance. Those are all in writing, written in our packet. Looking for a motion to receive. Or does anyone have any questions or discussion regarding any of the staff reports? Okay. Hearing none, looking for a motion to receive the staff reports B through F.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Francis,
Second.
second by DeLuca. And any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it, 5-0. Before us this evening, we have new business. Tonight, we have resolution 25-0224-01, authorizing the EFT payments, and I'm going to turn that over to staff.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. This resolution is coming before you as it is state statute that we have this as a resolution. I was not aware of this. The auditors brought this to my attention. We cover this in our purchasing policy, but we have to officially have a resolution on file. So I'm asking council to approve this resolution, and then going forward, it will be part of the first resolution of the year. This wordage will be, or verbiage, sorry, would be included in that.
Thank you for that clarification and for that information, why this resolution is before us today. Looking for a motion to move Resolution 25-0224-01, authorizing EFT payments.
I make that motion.
Moved by Francis,
Second.
second by Burek. Any discussion or questions? All right, hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. The resolution passes 5-0. Next item of new business before us this evening is ordinance 333, Chapter 9 amendments, and I will turn that one to staff as well.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. We have talked about this a couple times in our workshops. The main portions of this this ordinance, making amendments to Chapter 9, reflect water restrictions, which is a requirement from the DNR, correct? And also dealing with having stricter penalties for delinquent utility payments, one of which is turning water off. So the residents would have 45 days from the date of the bill to have the bill paid, and after that, they would get a disconnection notice. Those are the main changes. We did not, we changed some of the language as far as fees and billing that relates to the due date, because some of them were still said monthly, even though we do quarterly. We did not make any changes to rates or require special water meters for car washing or anything like that.
All right, does anyone have any questions regarding ordinance 333 at this time? We also have our engineer here. Okay, so we have two things we're gonna do this evening. The first is gonna be to approve, or looking for a motion to approve ordinance 333.
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Francis,
I'll second that motion.
second by Burek. Any further questions or discussion regarding the approval of ordinance 333? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Okay, the next thing we need to do is approve the summary publication of ordinance 333. Staff, do you have anything you want to add to that, or?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. This is just so that we don't have to publish the ordinance in the paper in its entirety, so it's giving notice that this ordinance has changed, kind of touches base a little bit on what some of those changes are about. But this requires a 4/5 vote from the city council in order to publish a summary publication.
And for clarification, Administrator Colander, would that summary be similar to what is seen here in our packet then?
Correct, yes. That would be the exact
It
summary.
would be the exact,
Yep.
okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay, with that, I'm looking for a motion to approve the summary publication of ordinance 333.
So moved.
Moved by DeLuca,
Second.
second by Francis. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor of approving the summary publication of ordinance 333, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. All right, thank you. Next item of business this evening is council reports and other business, and I think I'll start with Councilmember Burek.
All right. Well, we start off the month with a joint council meeting with the pursuit for a new director of public safety. Few workshops, business meeting, but the League of Minnesota Cities conference was last weekend. I had an actually really great time there. I got some great feedback and some understanding of different issues, and I just want to take this moment to say thank you, staff. You guys do a lot of work for us. You do a lot of work for the city, and it doesn't get noticed as much as it should. And being around, listening to other cities, I'm very thankful for the staff we have, and I'm very thankful for the council we have, that we come together and we work on bettering the options in front of us. That was it.
Thank you, Councilmember Francis. Councilmember Francis?
For a short month, it was a busy month. I've joined Rotary, and those Thursday morning meetings get to be difficult from time to time for someone that's gotten used to working from home and commuting the 10 feet down the hallway in my jammies when I get up at 8 a.m. But it's been a great experience, a lot of fun. It's a great group of people that does a lot of work in our community and all around. And the best part is that they provide a breakfast, so there's perks to being a member of Rotary, and I'm enjoying it very much. Rebranding met tonight. We're getting closer to a decision of what we're going to do. I also attended the league conference, learned a lot about the different generations, the difference between a baby boomer and Gen X and Gen Z and, I don't know, millennials, and then they introduced me to Gen Alpha. There's a lot, but the speaker was great in explaining it all, and it was an aha moment. It's like, now I understand what millennials are talking about. So it was a worthwhile event. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Francis. Councilmember DeLuca?
Thank you, Mayor. This was a short month. We had several workshops. Nice discussions around setting policy, reviewing our strategic plan. We're making good progress. Thank you, staff, for keeping your eye on the ball. That's the way we make progress. I did also participate in that joint council meeting with our colleagues over in Independence, and it is refreshing to have that kind of collegial collaboration that we do with them. I think sometimes we forget that although we are two cities, we act as one when it comes to public safety, both in our fire and our police. And during that joint meeting, we had an opportunity to review 3 very fine candidates for the police chief. And then I met a few days later on the police commission where we actually selected a new chief. And happy to say that we have hired a new person who's working through their background process right now.
I did hear a lot of different variations of how staff works for their communities, but I think you guys do an excellent job, so thank you very much for keeping us organized. So I really enjoyed the conference this weekend. I learned a lot, got to meet some new people. Interesting to see how different cities operate and how people do things differently, but yet the same in a sense. I did make it to my first watershed meeting, and there's some interesting discussions that were happening about how we're going to use some of the grant funding for different lakes and how we're going to observe them, and if we're going to be able to include several different lakes, even though we may or may not have access to them easily, we have to get permission from the neighbors since there's no public access. So there's a discussion on that, and then business chamber comment, sorry. We had a nice presentation. I forgot the person's name on Medicare, Medicaid.
Sherry Baxter.
Thank you, Sherry Baxter, who went through the ins and outs of Medicare and Medicaid and all the parts. So, sorry, I'm not very fluid here, but yes.
All right.
That's it.
All right, thank you. Yes, it was a short month, but I think we were all busy. There was a lot of good things going on, lots of good work being done. I was able to attend the West Hennepin Chamber of Commerce Board meeting. We spent a lot of time looking at visions and where we're going in the future, and then also looking at our budget. We haven't done a deep dive into the budget for quite a few years and looking at membership dues and fees and also just networking with other chambers. So grateful for that opportunity. Busy at Rotary with Councilmember Francis. We do meet at 7:15. If you'd like to join us, come check it out. Again, great group that does a lot for the community, the school, the cities, and just a service organization. We were busy with EDA, a couple workshops, and I just want to add the joint council meeting we had. Also would like to thank, there were 29 people there that night, in addition to, as part of that 29, it was the Maple Plains City Council, Independence City Council, and then there were Maple Plain and Independence residents and business owners. And again, just want to express gratitude for the partnership and the collaboration. And I think, as we've already heard tonight in the theme, when you spend 48 hours in rooms filled with other elected officials, we are very fortunate that we can have cordial conversations and agree to disagree in respectful ways and still hear one another out. And making such an important decision as to who our next director of public safety is for our community, when that is something we pride ourselves on, and being able to do that collaboratively with 28 other people makes you feel good and gives us hope. And I as well share in the excitement for the offer that has been extended and can't wait to introduce everyone to the new person soon. I was able to attend Regional Council of Mayors. That was a very unique meeting. The theme was imagining a different future. So again, lots of forward thinking and strategic and getting outside of the box. Heard from Tom Fisher, the director of the Minnesota Design Center, and from Jack Aldrich from the Global Futurist. So great topic. If anyone wants to see any of the slides or presentation, let me know. Happy to share that. The chamber meeting was very informative, and I can see why people get so confused with all the different healthcare options once we hit that golden age. Police Commission with Councilmember DeLuca, again, very excited about that. Spent this last weekend at the Elected Leaders Institute. There's just power in networking and learning and collaborating. I'm biased, but I think the league does a fabulous job in putting those on, and they really know what they're doing, and they try to use our time well, and we can always leave with a few practical takeaways. So was grateful for the opportunity to go and learn and do that. We had our Northwest Hennepin League of Municipalities meeting. I was elected as the vice president of that group, and we did city updates and planned our speakers for the rest of the year. Was able to attend the League of Minnesota Cities board meeting where we worked on league priorities. We learned about the patrol training that most police departments in the state of Minnesota are using, and that is put on by the league, and our own West Hennepin is using that. So lots of great work there. Just want to remind people, with summers coming up and people making plans, on June 7th we'll be Party in the Park. August 18th will be Battle of the Badges, which is a Monday evening. So if you put those dates on your calendars, we'd love to see people there to join us. And then also there has been a rumor going around town about Quick Trip, and it was in the newspaper. They are going before the Planning Commission in March. So is that next Thursday? Yes. So a week from this Thursday, Quick Trip will be coming before the Planning Commission, so things are moving forward. And we're looking forward to hear what planning has to say about that, and hopefully bringing a recommendation to council the end of March. So lots of exciting things happening in our little city, and we just hope to keep moving forward one step at a time. Any other business to come before us this evening, or anything that staff would like to add? Administrator Colander.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. One other date to put in mind is May 9th for our city cleanup.
Oh, yeah.
And that will be held at the Public Works Building from 9 a.m. to 10. Or 9 a.m. to noon, sorry.
I was gonna say, yes, start planning now. When you're cleaning out those garages and sheds.
I'm
in
sorry,
your-
that's May 10th, not May 9th.
May 10th? May 10th from 9 to noon.
Saturday, May 10th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is my final answer.
We just wanted to draw extra attention to it. And you can watch our social media and our websites and the newsletter, and we'll put something in the community calendar probably as well. All right, great. Any other business or anything else? Okay, with that, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Motion to adjourn by Burek,
Second.
second by Francis. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The meeting's adjourned at 7:19.